A lot of times I feel like the reason why people don't believe in astrology is because they look at their sun sign. Now, the sun sign is a very important aspect of who you are, but it's only one aspect. And so that's why I'm making this video today, to understand that your sun sign is more important when you look at what house it's in versus what sign you have. A lot of people are going to be able to tell more of your personality based off of where your sun is in your chart versus what sign you actually have on, in what your actual sun sign is. So if you have, excuse me, if you have your sun in the sign of Gemini, for example, people aren't necessarily going to be able to tell that you're a Gemini unless you have your sun in the third house, but people are going to be able to more so understand who you are based off of where your sun is. So that's what I'm going to go over in this third part. The first two parts I went through houses 1 through 8. This part's going to be 9 through 12. So starting with your 9th house, if you have your sun in your 9th house, this is when we look at the sun, when we look at the 9th house, it is ruled by the sign of Sagittarius. And so Sagittarian themes are going to be what's key to manifesting ultimate success within your life. You're going to want to be somebody who studies a lot, right? You're going to be somebody who wants to learn and take on a lot of information. And a lot of people with their sun in the 9th house are going to be very, very adventurous. They're going to want to travel a lot. So if you have your sun in the sign of Sagittarius, or if it's in the 9th house, that's going to be a major theme for you, is going to be travel, right? It's going to be expansion. It's going to be all about learning a lot, learning information that you can eventually teach to other people, right? Having your sun in the 9th house is the ultimate guru placement, right? So a lot of teachers, a lot of guides, a lot of mentors have their sun in the 9th house. And so what this represents is basically themes of, a lot of the times people who are motivational speakers have their sun in the 9th house because it's all about philosophy. So you need to learn what it is that you're passionate about and take a deep interest in it, to where you learn enough to where you can be able to teach and preach about this specific subject or topic that you enjoy. Now, that's going to look different for everybody, but these are some of the main themes of people who have their sun in the 9th house. It's all going to be about travel, philosophy, those type of things. And once you learn what it is that you want to study and what it is that you actually eventually want to teach to other people, this is what's ultimately going to bring you the most success and prosperity and abundance in this lifetime. And so it's also, because it's in a higher part in the sky, you're meant to be seen, you're meant to be in the spotlight. You're meant to be seen for a bunch of other people. If that's something that scares you, that's okay, right? Part of having your sun in the 9th is overcoming that fear. And so moving on to the 10th house, if you have your sun in the 10th house, career is going to be a huge theme for you. Being ambitious. You're probably somebody who is an ambitious person in general. You're meant to be seen in this lifetime. You're meant to climb the corporate ladder. You're meant to just grind and work hard. And you're meant to really gain the most through your career. And this is one of the most visible, if not the most visible, placements to have your sun sign, because it's all about career, right? So one of your major themes is understanding what it is that you want to do in this lifetime and being bold and taking action, being assertive. You're meant to be seen. So you're meant to be in the public eye. A lot of famous people have their sun in the 10th house, and it's because they have this energy about them that is very attractive, because the sun is at the highest point in the sky in the 10th house, you're meant to be seen. And so finding things that you enjoy doing on a daily basis that can bring you potential success and fame within your life is going to be things that you're passionate about. So finding things that you are passionate about and really acting and taking action on it and working towards building a life of independence, material, financial success and abundance is going to be through climbing the corporate ladder. You know what I mean? Finding things that you enjoy to where you can broadcast it to other people. And so it's a very visible house. And so not everybody is going to be famous if you have your sun in the 10th house, but it could be a major theme for you personally. And so that is the themes of the 10th house. Originally, this ruled by the sign of Capricorn. It's a very ambitious sign. A lot of CEOs have their sun in the 10th house. So your face is supposed to be seen on a broad scale for most people, right? This is going to change, and it's going to depend on what other planets you have in different houses. But those are the main themes for the 10th house. When we talk about the 11th house is ruled traditionally by the sign of Aquarius, the water bearer, right? The bearer of information. A big theme for you in this lifetime is going to be building a community that you resonate with, right? A lot of people with their sun in 11th house have careers that are very unconventional. Aquarius is the most unconventional sign in astrology, but it's also the sign that can bring a lot of people together. And so your big theme is going to be really taking on, a lot of people who have their sun in the 11th house. They're very much people who are activists, people who are standing up against things that they don't believe in necessarily, right? But it's also going to be about carving your own path for yourself. It's a very unique placement. And so if you have your sun in the sign of Aquarius or in the 11th house, a major theme for you is going to be stepping out of the traditional norm of what other people are doing. You want to be able to carve a path for yourself. And so you want to be able to find and build a community of people who are going to rally with you. It's all about friendships, community. And so finding friendships that mean a lot to you is what's going to be key for you during this time. It's all about carving your own path, you know what I mean? Unconventional ways of living, right? A lot of people with their sun in the 11th house are innovators. So this could be a placement of somebody where you innovate and you kind of are, a lot of people with their sun in the 11th house are kind of jack of all trades. You naturally have a skill for picking up tasks and being able to complete things very efficiently. You don't really like being told what to do. And so this is why it's important for you to find something that you really resonate with and enjoy that is going to bring you ultimately abundance, financial prosperity into your life. And so if you're kind of wondering, what is that? What is it that I like doing? Finding things that you're passionate about. And, this is going to be the sign that is, you're going to have to be willing to take risks. You're going to have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to be willing to disagree with a lot of people because it is a unique placement, and it's the placement of somebody who has really big visions and big dreams for themselves. And so you can really manifest a life full of prosperity and abundance through stepping into what you are passionate about. And so that leads us to the last house, which is the 12th house. So traditionally, the 12th house is ruled by the sign of Pisces. So people with their 12th house, with their sun in the 12th house, you're going to want to tap into your creative side. You're going to want to tap into your intuition, right? Because it's a water house. The 12th, 8th, and 4th house are all going to be sun signs that are going to focus on your intuition, leaning into your intuition, leaning into creative hobbies that you like that are going to resonate with you. A lot of artists have this placement. Justin Bieber, I think, has his sun either in like the 1st house or the 12th house. I can't remember, but it's in the sign of Pisces, right? And so with that, Pisces is a very creative, it's a very imaginative sign. And so you're going to want to step into your creativity, create from your heart, create from your intuition, learning how to tap into your intuition and lean towards following what feels good to you is going to be key to your success and abundance in this lifetime. And so if you have your sun in the 12th house, it's all going to be about creative manifestation, right? These are the people who don't necessarily need to take a lot of physical action, but can manifest things very, very easily. And so stepping into your intuition is going to be a huge key for you in this lifetime. And so I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, this 3-part series. Let me know if you want me to go in more detail of each of the houses individually, because I can always do that. But with all that being said, my friends, have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness. Mwah.